Well, that is still by Brian Courtney. The time is exactly 4 minutes past 1 p.m. here in Kabeja, formerly called Port Elizabeth. It's me, your host, John, and if you hear the sound of my voice, you know this is the ultimate business show every Saturday at 1 p.m. right here in the Eastern Cape. Wherever you are listening to us, give us a shout on our number 069 402 1131. Let us know where you're listening to us from and what you think about this show. Please WhatsApp us on that number and we'll be very, very glad to interact with you. Today, we have a very phenomenal and fantastic guest. She's seated right opposite of me. She's absolutely fantastic. For those who are on our Facebook Live, you can see her. That's Fatima Lillah. And before I introduce her, we just like to do what we do here. Fatima, welcome to the show. It's great to have you. And I would just like to give you this opportunity to give a shout out to anyone who might be watching or listening.
Oh, I'd like to say I give a shout out to all my friends, family, my clients, and to you, John. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. So thank you everyone for tuning in.
Awesome. This is an incredible entrepreneur, and this show is all about bringing amazing people who are doing incredible things out there, and Fatima is one of them. She just took the initiative of starting her own business. What do you have? Don't despise what you have, because what you have might be the solution to somebody out there. So Fatima, I'm just going to start by reading your biography.
Okay, no problem.
So she is the owner of Cakes by Fatima. Cakes by Fatima is an at-home business run by herself, Fatima Lillah. Her passion is to make cakes that taste as wonderful as they look. My word. Using only the best ingredients. She is self-taught with a love for creating, experimenting, and baking. Short and sweet.
Yes.
How about that? Absolutely fantastic, business, which, we know that many people, not everybody knows how to bake.
Yes.
And so it's such a gift that many people will enjoy out there. So we'd like to start from the very beginning, Fatima.
Yes.
What got you into this thing? What, sweet tooth got into this?
Okay, I've always been a creative person.
Awesome.
I've always helped my mother in the kitchen when it came to Eid-days, the day before Eid, preparing for the next day. You must have your table with all the sweets and luxuries out there. So yeah, my mother gave me the freedom to experiment. My brother calls me Hilda because I like to experiment with food and sweet treats, cakes. So it started at a young age, but where my creativity started, where cakes are involved, is when my firstborn, when it was his first birthday. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna try and make this cake myself. And I Googled, and it came out okay. And I was wow, but it was okay. And as the years went by, I got better. My sister-in-law, my friends, they posted the cakes, and people asked me how much do you charge? And I'm like, no, I don't charge. I'm too scared. I don't like my cakes for anyone. So, but my feedback was always good.
Awesome.
When it came to the taste. And that is how I started with, eventually, at work. My co-workers would be like, can you make cupcakes for me? And I was like, okay. How much will you charge? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to, So it started there, but eventually, yeah. And I became more confident.
And we're talking about 3 or so years ago? 2-3 years ago?
Yes. About 3 years.
3 years ago now.
Yeah.
All right.
When I started with the business.
Awesome. So, you're taking a jump off from a career to a business, or a passion.
Yeah.
This is something creative passion. As you said, you didn't originally have an intention to turn it into a business,
Yes.
but just let's.
Yeah.
So how did that change your perspective of the whole thing, especially now, as you said, when people started asking you how much is it? I'm like, I've never charged before.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I had to go and do a lot of research
Mm-hmm.
because when you think cakes, it's like, how do you charge for a cake?
Yes.
So it was like going and reading up on how to charge people, like how to calculate your ingredients, because you can't
You can just
charge someone for a 2.5 kg flour. You know what I'm saying? When you
Yes.
only gonna use
I
2
know.
cups.
I know.
So it was all that, and yeah, it's, broaden our horizon.
Mm.
So, and I like it when people taste my desserts and be like, "Did you make it?" Because I've had that already. So
the feedback
like,
is amazing.
Yes, it was
Absolutely.
like, so that gave me that confidence to move forward.
That boosts,
Yes,
it's
yes.
absolutely, it's like, fuel.
Yeah,
keeps you going.
definitely.
And so at the moment you make only cakes, or what else do you prepare?
No, I've actually branched out a couple of months ago
Okay.
into savories.
All right.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be rebranding
All right.
to Treats by Fatima, because I do savories as well now.
Okay.
And yes, the dream is bigger,
All right.
but for now we will, you have to crawl before you start walking. So that is what I'm doing right now.
Absolutely.
I'm crawling. Eventually I will be
You'll
walking,
be running,
and then I'll be running.
and flying.
Yes.
Absolutely. Ladies and gents, we are chatting with Fatima Lillah of Cakes by Fatima. If you maybe perhaps want to place some orders and you've seen the kind of person that she is, an exceptional entrepreneur, and please do support local. We are here to support local business men and women. So I just want to find out, do you make custom cakes? Do you customize your cakes?
I do.
And to what extent can you customize?
Most of the time, my clients send in already their vision of what they have. So they've gone and done research of what they want. But being a creator myself, it's not always, it's like stealing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
when someone
I know.
says, okay, I want the cake exactly like this. I do tweak it a little bit to put my own, sense of play in there. So yeah, that is my thing. Like I try and put my own signature on there, because it's not always nice. Because someone took that time to create that
Absolutely.
cake, and for me to take that
and just replicate it.
yes, and take that what do you call it? What's the word?
Design and
Yes,
everything?
yeah.
Okay.
And they're creative. It's like stealing. So
It's
yeah,
like
it's
almost
always
like
nice to put
plagiarism or something
yeah.
like that.
Yes. So I try and put my own slight twist on it. So
Awesome.
just so that I don't feel like I'm, ripping someone off and getting credit for their work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is, and especially, it is an art, form
Yes,
in itself
it is.
as
It is.
well.
Yes.
Going out there, and I've seen some incredible things that you guys can do out there. I'm like, whoa. How did you go about making this and stuff like
Yeah.
that? This is incredible. And so I want to find out, do you offer organic, vegan, or gluten-free options?
Right now, I don't.
Okay.
The plan is to eventually have those options available to clients. But before I do that, I'm like working on my product, because I don't just want to make something, get the recipe and just make it, and then it's blah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So yeah, my goal is to first perfect the recipe before I put it on my menu, because otherwise then my biggest thing is like taste. It must taste. If it doesn't taste nice to me, I'm not gonna sell it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
perfecting that, and it's not always easy with vegan cakes.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I think there has been a company that was here that does some incredible vegan. I think it's called Yum. Yum PE, Yum Port Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I think that's the name of their company, and they do incredible things as well. So excellence is just a very very core part of your business,
Yes.
and I can imagine you said if it doesn't taste good, you're not selling it.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Awesome. and let's talk a little bit about taste. And what does a perfect cake look like and taste like to you?
To me,
Yeah.
what does it taste like? The taste is, it must be moist. It must punch your mouth with flavor. You know what I'm saying? You must just be like, wow.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, a lot of people don't. It's fine. Like home bakers, that is how I started. I was a home baker, and I was not a big fan of cake, guys. I wasn't. I never used to like. A cake wasn't like for me the first dessert that I would go for, but after like doing the research and perfecting the craft, I'm like, okay, this is it. And it must, the crumb must be perfect. The little tiny holes in the cake must be perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, and best ingredients. Like to me, fresh cream, real butter, it must just melt in your mouth.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And when you talk about quality ingredients,
Yes.
we are ultimately also talking about price.
Yes.
Because the cost of baking
Yeah.
quality, cakes and stuff like that. I mean, quality is quality.
Yeah,
and
quality costs money.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
honest,
Yes.
it does. So because you have to cover for that cost,
Yes.
and then it will ultimately, manifest in the pricing of it
Yes.
as well. But so please do tell us, just the basic ingredients. For somebody who wants to learn how to make
Yeah.
cakes, what are some of the basic ingredients?
Basic
that they have to-
ingredients. Pure butter.
All right.
It makes a difference, a huge difference. So it's going to be your butter, your sugar, your flour. If you're doing a chocolate cake, it's going to be oil because, you want a moist cake.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. And it's going to be baking powder, baking soda. So that is your, how can I say, the
very basics.
the very basics, yes. And then, yeah. And then getting your measurements right. That is something that I've learned because, we didn't grow up with measuring cups.
I know.
We grew up with a mug.
I know.
2 cups of flour, you using that mug. So getting your measurements, because you get when you come to your equipment, you get your jug. That is for your wet ingredients. Then you get your cups. That is for your dry ingredients. And when you don't just scoop, you make sure it's level. Because really, a tiny bit of like extra flour, okay, it won't make huge difference, but it does make a difference in the texture. And also the texture and the dryness or how nice your cake is. Yes. That's important for me.
Absolutely. You know what? I can hear the passion. I honestly hear the passion. Because excellence is always driven by passion.
Yes.
It's very passionate business right there, ladies and gents. If you wanna order yourselves, excellent, quality cakes.
Yes.
You've got the person to dial the number. So I want to go into the next question, which is now more of a business, because we're talking of a business here.
Yeah.
Business is business, as
Yes.
many people say. Business is business, and there's business principles.
Yes.
One of them is making sure that you're selling your cakes to people who want cakes, not to people who want something else, ice cream. So I want to find out. What is your target market, and how do you usually go about marketing yourself?
Okay, like I've mostly just advertised on Facebook and on my WhatsApp statuses.
All right.
And then I created my page, Cakes by Fatima. So I post on there, and my target market is anyone and everyone. Like from a 1-year-old, so I can do a smash cake.
All
you
right.
know,
Okay.
to a wedding. Like everyone wants it. To the person in the office
Mm,
wanting
mm,
cupcakes
mm.
for their birthday to share,
Absolutely.
you know, share the love. So yes, any and everyone who's got a sweet tooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And cause I also understand that as business grows,
Yeah.
so your clientele or your customers
Yes.
grow with you as
Yeah.
well. And are you maybe looking into one day supplying for retails and retail outlets and
Remember,
all
I
of this?
said to you, there's a plan.
Okay,
There's a
there's a
plan.
plan.
There's a plan. There's a
Okay.
dream. And for my dream is to own my own coffee shop.
Mm.
So for now, I do sell like when I make cakes and stuff. Then I would do a variety pack. Then I would sell it, get orders, and then sell it on a weekend, on a Sunday as a dessert for after lunch. So yeah, so the plan is to have that coffee shop, and people would be craving to come to Fatima's coffee shop. So that is when I will be running.
Wow,
So
absolutely.
yeah, but the dream is bigger than just that coffee shop.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
like I said, I don't know if I said it, but I'm a creative person. I like art. I like painting and drawing as my escape. So I want to incorporate all of that into this
Wow.
this building and make it more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ladies and gents, we are chatting with Fatima of Cakes by Fatima, and she's an exceptional entrepreneur, very passionate and also very creative. And I want talking about that creative element, because like every cake that you've made, there's a personal touch to it.
Yes.
You worked on it yourself.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to growth, there will be a problem in terms of, let's say now you've got 5-6 orders.
I've had that.
And,
Yeah.
and
no sleep.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and now you want to maintain, quality.
Yeah.
And, but you also want to be economic in terms of being able to do all of them
Yes.
in time,
Yeah.
because you also have to deliver,
Yeah.
as your promise.
Yes.
So how do you plan on doing that, especially now with growth?
Okay, like I say to people, like, I don't take orders less than 3 days in advance.
Okay.
So that I can prepare. I've had days like when I was working, I would come out of work, I would start baking. There was one weekend where I was awake for like 27 hours.
Wow.
So yeah, but I didn't compromise on my quality. So that to me is important. When I do eventually branch out and gain more customers, I will have to hire someone and train them, and that is what small business is also about. It's about sharing your skill set and your technique and creating opportunities for someone else as well. So yeah,
absolutely. And now, as we're talking about, these are very quality cakes that you make, and man, I have seen the pictures and I'm totally amazed.
Thank
It's
you.
absolutely, the artwork and everything is just like top notch. And so when somebody looks at it, I'm like, wow, how much is this thing? So if we talk about pricing,
Yes.
should our listeners and viewers be expecting like this is gonna be something that will be dig I have
It's
to
gonna
dig
be
deep.
like yeah, you're gonna have to dig deep. No, like I try and look at my competitors and I try and stick to that because as a business person, you also don't wanna I don't want to take business away from you by going cheaper, but then I'm shooting myself in the foot at the end of the day because I'm not making a profit. And with pricing, what goes into pricing is you got your ingredients, you've got your electricity, you've got your petrol, because you have to ride around and go and buy all these things, and then you've got your time. So all of that, like I charge myself minimum wage per hour of creating. So you're gonna, like, I know, okay, this cake is gonna take me about 6-7 hours to create. So I add that up, and all of that becomes the cost of your cake. You know,
Absolutely.
so for now I'm not really making a profit, but like I said, this is a passion. It's that creating. It's your mind working. You know, so it's an escape for me.
Absolutely.
From the everyday cleaning, looking after the kids, and so that is also my escape. Being creative is my
The
escape.
hustle and bustle of life,
Yes.
gets to one.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gents, please do order yourself some of these amazing cakes, and you will not regret it. So, as you said, you have to check your pricing and check, even with the competition.
Yes.
And so, how do you set yourself? What is that one thing? I think there's one theme that's already sticking out,
Yeah.
but I want to
Yeah.
ask it, what is that one thing that when listeners or prospective clients, should, have in mind when they go to, Cakes by Fatima? What is the one thing that they should look out for?
They should not just expect a nice looking cake, but it should taste awesome also. It will taste awesome as well. So
awesome.
that was my whole thing, because you order cake sometimes, okay, I don't wanna go down that road, but like sometimes you have a cake and then it looks like, oh,
Yeah,
I can't wait to, and then it's like, okay,
like,
that
no,
was
man.
okay. It was okay, like now my thing is I want to blow your mind,
Absolutely.
So you must be
Absolutely.
craving that cake by Fatima. You must when you think about cakes by Fatima, your mouth,
Mouth watering.
yeah, your mouth starts watering. So that, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I hope my customers and the people that have supported me can vouch for me and agree with me when it comes to my cakes. So yeah.
Absolutely. Anyways, because coming down to it, what is a cake really if there's no taste?
Yes.
Like a cake must really taste good. So and do you do deliveries?
In Uteneg, yes. Free of charge mostly,
charge.
because Uteneg is like,
I know
it's tight knit, yeah. To PE, I have had deliveries to PE at a small cost. But mostly my PE customers, they come and collect themselves, I've had even customers in Hanky. So, yeah. You know what, there's a funny story. Like, I had a lady order from me. She got my details on Facebook.
Okay.
And what happened was, she's like, okay, this is the cake I want. And the one on the page,
Yes,
the butterfly one.
Yes.
She's like, this is the cake. So I'm like, okay, I can do that for you. And I'm like, making the cake, and the morning I tell her, okay, your cake is ready to collect. And I give her my address, and she's like, no, she can't find this place. So I'm like, no, man, it's close to the school. It's a street away from the school. So she's like, what school? I'm like, Ines. So she's like, no, man, where you at? So I'm like, I'm in Utrecht. She's like, oh, my word, I am in Richards Bay. So I'm like, what? So she's like, no, she was ordering from this lady Fatima all the time. And then she lost the number. Then she thought it was me. So I felt so bad because it was her daughter's birthday cake.
Oh, no.
And I told her, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I should have checked up on you. Like, I should have been clear. But she said that, okay, it was her mistake as well. But it was like, it was one of those, like, oh my word, like, who would have thought now? So, yeah. But she was so impressed with the cake, and she was so disappointed that she couldn't eat the cake because she loved the way it looked. And so I said, okay, I'm so sorry. Like, that's like one of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me. So, yeah.
So basically, you said that in PE, there is a charge to it.
Yes.
There's definitely a charge to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, if you want to order in Newtneg, you said it's free.
It's free.
But it's in PE and other parts, there is a charge to it.
Yes.
So what is your baking capacity?
Right now, with COVID, it's gone, like, down. But it's starting to pick up again. Like I've got an order for Monday. Right now it's like sometimes 2-3 cakes a month. Sometimes it's like cupcakes and what do you call this stuff? Lemingtons and
okay.
yeah. So if people have events, they especially it's people that know my cakes, they will order from me. So yeah, it's picking up again.
Awesome.
Yeah, with COVID, things died down a bit. But yeah, it's one of those things, you have to accept.
And like when I said that, because it's important, that like people know, like, okay, well, she can do this, and maybe she can do this or something.
Yeah.
Like wedding cakes and all that. Let's say all the 3-4 tire kind of cakes.
Yeah. I've done a 3-tier wedding cake already. I've done a 2-tier 21st cake.
Okay.
Like you think it's just. Okay, 3 cakes going on to each other. But it's not. It's like you have to put in dowels a certain way to support because you think a cake, but it's actually heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
So yeah, I do tiers. If I can't make something, I'm very honest with my clients, and then I would recommend someone within the vicinity, within Utenago or PE that I know who makes cakes. Then I'd give them either their Facebook page or their number, because as a business person, you always looking at your competition.
I know.
But yeah, so I do also recommend, like, if I know I'm not able to, because I don't want to disappoint anyone. If I know I'm not able to, this cake is now beyond my skill level, I'm gonna recommend someone that I know is able to do that.
Awesome. Absolutely. That's one other thing, honesty in business, which is one big and major thing. We all want to make money, we all want to retain the clients and stuff like that, but you know what, well, honesty is the best policy.
Definitely.
So how far in advance, I think you kind of mentioned it, but just to resound it again, how far in advance can clients place their cake orders?
Minimum 3 days in advance.
Minimum 3 days.
Because a day for getting all your ingredients, because sometimes I don't have the color or whatever, and then it's a day for baking and a day for decorating, finishing the cake up. So
wow.
yeah.
So it usually takes about 3 days.
About 3 days, yeah.
Wow, absolutely. This is an interesting field, a very specialized field for you out there, maybe who's listening to it and want to get into it. Now you've heard, what it all takes, to become, a cake baker. The ingredients, the taste must be there. The just looking at the cake, you must
technique.
the technique and the style and everything. Yes. Absolutely important. So Fatima, right now, I just want you to give a word. What is that person who's aspiring to become like you?
Okay.
What would you tell them right now?
Go for it. Do the research. I'm going to say, be honest, do the research. Read up. It's so, like, everything is there for you. The social media, you've got all these baking pages. Go join them. That is how you learn. Go read up on techniques and go watch YouTube videos. Do anything that you have to get to that point where you want to be. Absolutely. And it's like, it's always a work in progress. You're always working. So, and don't be hard on yourself. Like, don't be too hard on yourself, because at the end of the day, you're gonna, because that is what happened to me sometimes. Like, I get into my head and then I mess it up. Then I'm like, I have to scrape all this off.
Sure.
Then you redo it. Take a breath. Walk. Take a.
Yeah.
There's an analogy that I heard once, is if you're looking at something and you're staring at it, it's not what you want it to be. Walk away, go take a breath, sit down, calm down, come back, then you'll see your mistakes.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, do that and don't be shy. Go for it, guys. Go for it. That's what I will say. Like, Like I've had someone also WhatsApp me, and she said she got my number from Facebook, and she's like she's interested in like the doing cakes and stuff, and
Yeah.
then I gave her advice because that is what we must do. We need to uplift each other, and that's why I'm like so happy to be here, and like I admire you and what you are doing here because you're uplifting, So we need to stop breaking each other down and uplift each
Start
other.
lifting each
we've
other.
we've got nothing to lose by being kind.
Absolutely.
So,
We are stronger together.
Yes.
We are stronger together.
Exactly.
No business is an island. No man is an island. We all
Exactly.
count on each other because, your problem is my solution. My problem is somebody else's
Yes.
solution. We
Definitely.
just meet together. The only thing is we just put a premium to it. That's about
Yeah.
what business is all
Yeah.
about.
Yes.
And when you find a problem, you put a premium to it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, we've been having a chat with Fatima Lillah of Cakes by Fatima. If you want to order, place your orders, please, I would highly encourage you to do so. How can they place orders?
You can contact me on Facebook, Cakes by Fatima, or you can contact me via WhatsApp. My number is 081 504 0225. And yeah, I don't have a website as yet.
Okay, it's coming.
It's coming. Yes.
Awesome.
So, but for now, the main thing is WhatsApp and Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook
Do you
Messenger.
want to just repeat the number again?
Okay, the number is 081 504 0225.
Awesome.
I
Ladies
look
and
forward to hearing from everyone.
Awesome. Please, guys, get in touch, support local. This is what we are all about. Agape is very, very active at supporting local entrepreneurs and uplifting all the people of skill. She's got a skill in baking cakes. Why not? Let's go full on and support her. If you have a business and you'd like it to feature on this show, please contact our numbers 069 402 1131. 069 402 1131. Fatima, it's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for all the information.
It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. So, ladies and gents, we're gonna listen to Yes He Can by Kane until 3 p.m. We're gonna have Pastor Anthony Ngonella, and at 4 p.m. we're gonna have Yolanda Singh on the Encounter Me show. Don't you touch that dial.